Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and I'm going to be doing a Utopia deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this for you guys because this deck can make some absolutely massive boss monsters to be able to OTK your opponent. This deck can also make some incredible boards and I'm super excited to show you guys this list. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like getting your name scratched in a single video, getting a signed cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Utopia. This card is a definite 2 of in the deck and just helps you summon out a bunch of monsters so you can summon out your XZ monsters, because this card has the ability to always treat it as a Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and Dodo card. And during your main phase, you can special summon up to 1 each Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and or Dodo monsters from your hand in defense position, but it locks you into XZ monsters for the rest of the turn. But that's totally fine because that's all we're summoning anyways. We then play 3 copies of Gagaga Coat. Gagaga Coat is a definite 3 on the deck. So if you control a Zubaba or Gagaga monster, except another copy of this card, while this card's in your hand, you can special summon out this card. You can also target a Gogogo or Dodo monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but you get locked into XZs for the rest of the turn. But that's totally fine because this card extends your plays so you can make even more XZ monsters. We then play 2 copies of Gogogo Gloves. Gogogo Gloves is just a really good 2 of in the deck that during your main phase you can special summon out a Zubaba or Gagaga monster from your hand, and if you control a Gogogo or Dodo monster, then while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon out this card, but banish it when it leaves the field, which is just really good for this deck to have this card as an extender. We then play 3 copies of Astraltopia. Astraltopia is a really awesome card because it has the ability, if an XZ monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, then you can send one other card from your hand or field to the grave to add an XZ, automat, Zexal, number, spell, or trap from your deck to your hand, which is a really good effect. And this card searches out a bunch of different cards in the deck that basically this card searches the searchers, which is just really good. This card is a definite 3 of in the deck just to extend your plays and get more level 4s on the field so you can start making some really powerful plays. We then play 3 copies of Ascendant Sage. Ascendant Sage is a cool card. If you control no cards, you can just special summon this card from your hand like a Cyber Dragon, which is a really good effect to be able to use in this particular deck, to be able to use this card as the first card out of your hand. It also has the ability that if this card, or if a Utopia XZ monster was summoned using this card on the field as a material, it gains the following effects. So if this card is XZ summoned, you can add a rank up magic normal spell from your deck to your hand, which is great to be able to add your copy of your hyper rank up magic Utopic Force, which is just a really powerful card to be able to search off this card's effect. We then play 3 copies of Armored Sage. Armored Sage is really cool in this deck as well because if the only monster you control is 1 level 4 monster not named Armored Sage, you can special summon this card from your hand. And a Utopia XZ monster that is summoned using this card as a material gains the following effects. And if this card is XZ summoned, you can add a ZW monster from your deck to your hand, which is a crazy good effect to be able to search out any of your Zexal weapons that you need. We then play a single copy of Pegasus Twin Saber. Pegasus Twin Saber is a great 1 of in this particular deck to be able to equip to Utopia monsters, as it basically turns them into a walking negate, which is really good. We then play a single copy of Lightning Blade. Lightning Blade is a card that I just recently added to this build, and I really like this card because it lets you target 1 Utopia monster you control and equip this card from your hand or your side of the field to that target, and the target gains 1200 attack. And then while this card is equipped to that monster, it has the ability that you face-up ZW cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And if a monster equipped with this card would be destroyed by card effect, destroy this card instead, which is a really good effect. We then play a single copy of Tornado Bringer. Tornado Bringer is a good 1 of in this particular deck as well, as it has the ability to give the monster this card's equipped to an additional 1300 attack points, and then while this card is equipped to a monster, your opponent cannot target that monster with card effects, which is a pretty good effect just to give your Utopia monster a little bit more protection. We then play a single copy of Gigantus. Gigantus is searchable off of Galleon Granite, and is really good in this particular deck to actually search this card off of Galleon Granite to be able to just extend your plays even further. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is really good as a 3 of the deck just to stop your opponent from touching the deck, and it's one of the best hand traps this format. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Rhoda. Rhoda is a really good one of the deck to be able to search out the exact warrior monster that you need when you need it. We then play a single copy of Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing is a great combo piece in this particular deck to either make your copy of Utopia double and OTK your opponent with a 10,000 attack point Utopia double, because all you have to do is make Utopia double, detach a material from it, search out this card, make Utopia. Utopia comes out at 5,000 attack, swing at the opponent with a copy of Utopia, detach a material to negate the attack, drop this card, boosting Utopia up to 10,000, and attack again with your copy of Utopia. You can also use it to be able to search out this card, Utopia double, to search out this card, and make Dragnar, which is insanely powerful, and just use this card basically as a combo piece in the deck. We then play a single copy of Hyper Rank Up Magic Utopic Force. This card is a really good one of the deck to help you rank up your monsters into some really powerful XZ cards. This card is searchable off your copy of Astral Utopia. It's just a really good card in the deck. We then play a single copy of Xyz's Change Tactics. Xyz's Change Tactics is really good in the deck because when a Utopia monster is Xyz summoned to your side of the field, you pay 500 life points to draw a card, but you can only control one of this card, which is why we're just playing a single copy. We then play a single copy of Overlay Network. This deck Xyz summoned so much, Overlay Network turned into a card for it, which is just insane. This card is super good because it lets you activate one of the following effects: that you can target a face-up monster that you control to special summon out one monster with the same level from your hand or graveyard, but its effects are negated. But you cannot special summon monsters from the extract to turn you activate this effect except XZ monsters, or you target an XZ monster you control and add one of the attached materials back to your hand, but you can only use one effect of this card per turn. We then play two copies of Zexal Construction. Zexal Construction is a really good 2 in this particular deck because this card just helps you out a lot at searching a bunch of different cards, because you reveal a card in your hand, and if you do, you get to add one of the following cards from your deck to your hand, then shuffle the revealed card back in the deck. Either a ZW monster, a ZS monster, a Zexal spell or trap, a rank up magic spell, or a rank down magic spell, which is a really good effect to be able to use in the deck. I almost played this card as a 3 of in this particular build, but I ended up including Overlay Network over the third copy. So you can play 3 copies of it, but I really like the copy of Overlay Network in this build. We're then playing 3 copies of Automata Pickup. Automata Pickup is really good because when this card is activated, you get to add an Automata card from your deck to your hand, which is a super good effect to be able to use in this deck. And the card we're always searching is Automata Para. Automata Para is great because when you can activate this card, you can send a card from your hand to the graveyard to add up to 2 of these monsters from your deck to your hand, but you cannot add 2 from the same category. A Zubaba monster, a Gagaga monster, a Gogaga monster, or a Dodo monster, which is really insane. You can add 2 of those cards from your deck to your hand. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to be playing a single copy of Number Protection. Number Protection is really good in this deck as a counter trap because when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, while you control a number XZ monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card, which is a really good effect. And if a number XZ monster you control is destroyed by battle by card effect while this card's in the grave, you can set this card back to the field but banish when it leaves the field, getting a double use out of this card. We then play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Impermanence is really good in this particular deck to basically negate your opponent's monster effects and also lock down entire columns for spells and traps, which is really good. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 2 copies of number 39, Utopia. Utopia is a definite 2 in this deck to be able to use as a combo piece for so many different plays in this particular build, which is why you play 2 copies of this card. We then play a single copy of number 39, Utopia Double. Utopia Double is an extremely important card in this deck because it has the ability to quick effect detachment from this card, add a double or nothing card from your deck to your hand, then special summon from your extract one Utopia XZ monster, which does not have to be specifically number 39 Utopia. You have a bunch of different Utopia monsters in the extract that you can actually summon on this card's effect, but if you want to OTK your opponent, you just summon out the original Utopia to summon out at 10,000 attack points, which is really cool. We then play a single copy of number 39, Utopia Rising. Utopia Rising is really cool and one of the most beautiful, basically collector's rares I've ever seen. I love this card. It's so pretty, and it's just such a good card because it has the ability that if this card is special summoned, you can target a number XZ monster in your graveyard except another copy's card, special summon and defense, and then you can detach all materials from this card and attach them to that monster, which is a crazy good effect to be able to use. And also, if you XZ summon except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard but banish it when it leaves the field. This card is basically a monster reborn for any of your XZ monster and then gives it the materials that were attached to this card, which is pretty good. We then play a single copy of S39 Utopia Prime. This is really good because you can overlay this card on any copy of number 39 Utopia, just using this card as a stepping stone to give other monsters additional materials. We then play a single copy of Utopia the Lightning. Utopia the Lightning is really good and is just an awesome monster to be able to make that can attack for 5,000, which is really insane. We then play a single copy of Utopic Sage. Utopic Sage is a great searcher in this deck because it has the ability you can detach 2 materials on this card to be able to special summon out a ZW monster or a ZS monster from your deck, which is a great effect just to extend your plays. We then play a single copy of Ga Magician. Ga Magician is really good in this particular deck to help you make your copy of your Utopic Future, because this card is a monster reborn. It lets you detach a material from this card, target an XZ monster in your graveyard, except another copy of this card, and special summon it, but its effects are negated. And it also has the ability that during your main phase, you can detach 2 materials from this card, and then target 1 XZ monster you control until the end of this turn, change its attack to 4,000, and also its effects are negated, which is a really insane effect because it gives the ability to a Utopic Future monster that uses this card as a material, which is just such a powerful effect to be able to make your copy of Utopic Future go to 4K. We then play a single copy of Gallant Granite. Gallant Granite is just in this deck to be able to make your copy of your Utopic Future, and is really good in this particular deck to search out your copy of Gigantus or your copy of Gloves, which is really insane. We then play a single copy of Leo Utopia Ray. Leo Utopia Ray is insanely good in this particular deck because this card has the ability that once per turn you can detach a material from this card and equip a ZW monster from your deck or extract to this card as a material is equipped by that monster's effect. And also once per turn, while this card is equipped with a ZW monster, quick effect, you can target an effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of the turn, and if you do, half its attack, which is a really good effect to be able to just basically negate that monster's effect and half its attack points, which is just insanely good. I love that effect about this card. We then play a single copy of number 38. Number 38 is a card we're always summoning off of our one of number 99 Dragnar. Dragnar is just basically in here to be able to summon off your copy of Utopia Double and then summon out your copy of number 38, which is really good. We then play a single copy of Utopic Future because it's very easy to make with your Ga Magician plus your Gallant Granite, which is really insane, or even your Utopic Sage. We then play a single copy of F-Zero. F-Zero is a walking negate, which is insane, and also can take control of your opponent's monsters, which is really insane as well. I love that about this card, and it's just an insane boss monster. We then play a single copy of AA Zeus because we play so many XZs in this deck, and it's so easy to be able to make Zeus and board wipe the field, which is really insane. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a Utopia deck before, you definitely should give this deck a try. It's insane how easy it is to make multiple negates on the field or OTK your opponent. This deck is very versatile, which is what I love about this particular build. And it's just super fun to be able to play, to be able to basically either lock down your opponent and then OTK them, or just OTK them. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.